Look, I panicked about AI a few days ago when Microsoft CEO said this. Every white-collar job will be automated in 18 months. So what the heck am I supposed to do? I mean, just smile and accept it, productivity gains, company profits, shareholder value. But you, sir, you get to die in poverty. Does anyone believe the average person will actually get a better life from this? I don't know. So I decided to fix it, or do what I can. Now, I'm not a magician. I spent a few days and nights figuring out what skills AI won't replace, and what new jobs and skills it's creating, and what to focus on to put food on the table in 18 months or 10 years. Yeah, things are bad. Anyway, I'm sharing it all for free with you, and all I ask is you save me when the robots and the CEOs come for revenge. So hit the like button and let's begin. Okay, so number 9 is gonna be sales. Now, forget all this crap about humans will never buy from AI, they want real connection, real people. Look, we buy stuff all the time online with a click of a button. We don't need to talk to people to buy something. But I still think sales will remain, because people care about trust, obviously. You want to trust something, and the higher price, the more trust matters, meaning you might buy a video game online and trust the website enough for $60, but you probably wouldn't buy a house the same way unless you're like really rich and you're just doing it for fun and gambling. I don't know. That's why I don't see things like high ticket sales ever becoming fully automated, because at that price point, people expect human interaction and to talk to a real person. I guess if that changes, if people suddenly stop caring about human interaction, that's a fair concern, but none of the experts are talking about that. Could our behavior change? Maybe, I don't know. But for now, with the information that we have at the moment, the data right now, that's not the case. Plus, when something becomes excessive, like AI, I think there's going to be a rebound effect. Because, for example, ebooks were the new thing for a long time. Companies thought, okay, nobody's going to read physical books, they're going to go away. But now a recent study actually shows that print books are growing faster than ebooks again. Even though ebooks are cheaper, easier to buy, you can get it instantly, people still want to buy real books, and they're going back to that, which is very interesting. Next up on the list, we got the trades. Now, I've seen people say that AI can never automate trade jobs like HVAC, electricians, plumbing. That's not really the case. AI could automate everything pretty much. And we're already seeing AI implemented into real robots and used in Amazon's warehouses, data centers, production facilities, etc. But realistically speaking, AI is far away from automating trade jobs, and I would say it's a pretty safe place to be. Now, it's gonna be hard to do that from a beach in Thailand because you have to be physically there all the time, but it's a huge opportunity I see, which is starting an agency or business in the trades itself. Now, you might start as an electrician, get more clients, bring on a few more electricians, and suddenly you're running like a company in the trades. And then you can pretty much free yourself from the business and I guess retire if you want to. And that business is way more stable than some online weird skill. These trade jobs have literally been around for millennia. Well, not electricians, but you get the point. Moving on, AI is making cybersecurity more important than ever before. Because look, beginners usually avoid cybersecurity for a good reason, because it feels really difficult. But there are various different jobs in cyber, and you don't have to be like Einstein for all of them. But yeah, it's hard, and I'm not gonna lie to you, so we were not gonna spend too much time on cybersecurity. Now, AI is being integrated into every aspect of cyber and computers, but still takes humans to oversee and manage for now. Plus, salaries are really good in cyber, like really good. Now moving on to management, and this one is pretty funny. Like, you know, all these people who are pretending things are normal, like AI is never gonna replace anybody, it will always need a human behind it. They have a point, I guess, because management is going to stay. Leadership, managing teams, running projects, I believe that's a human strength, which we'll keep for a long time for ourselves. But the idea that everybody can be managers now, how is that going to work? Like, are we going to need 8 billion people to manage AI? I don't know. But management itself is a very strong skill and field in the age of automation. Next up, now, you know, with all the AI stuff going on, somebody's actually behind it. Humans are building these things, and they're called AI engineers or machine learning engineers, depending on their focus. And if you can't beat them, maybe you should join them. Both AI and ML engineering have very good salaries, are in pretty high demand because everything is exploding in AI, and plenty of growth opportunities. The issue is, it's pretty hard, I'll be honest as well. Now, even to learn the basics, but also because things just change pretty quickly. So I do think that if you're a data, tech AI person with somewhat of a background in tech, definitely check it out. Otherwise, the skill and job up next requires no tech background whatsoever. So let's jump into it. And that is negotiation. Now, this is a skill that's essential in many careers, and AI can of course help with it and do some of it, but it's such a complex, dynamic skill involving emotions, power, psychology, and more, and situations are very dynamic and you have to adapt to things very quickly, and that's one of the human strengths because we're negotiating with other humans like us. I guess if the buyer is using an AI to negotiate too, then maybe an AI should negotiate with the AI. But as long as the buyer is going to be a human, I do think it's going to be very valuable. Now, I recommend considering careers that involve these human skills, like negotiation, as that makes us harder to replace. And next up, we have data engineering. So all this AI stuff going on relies on something called data, surprising, right? To train these models, improve things, and do anything nowadays. And the people who build and maintain these systems are called data engineers. Now, as AI expands, I only see an increased demand for data engineering skills, and the job market reflects that. Salaries are strong, and the skills are in demand. And yes, it is going to change as AI tools get better, but I still think we're far away from taking the human out of the data engineering equation, which is why I think data engineering skills is definitely the way to go. Okay, now let's talk about healthcare. We're seeing AI being implemented into healthcare, both in research, like finding cancers or other issues, which AI is really good at finding. I mean, that's one of the strengths, scanning thousands of pieces of information, detecting small anomalies, small things. But I really believe the jobs in healthcare are going to stay. We have doctors, surgeons, nurses, all these things, and also psychologists for mental health, physiotherapists for physical health, and patients want that human trust and connection and accountability. And yes, I do think AI is going to be a bigger and bigger part or play a bigger role, but to assist healthcare professionals. Plus, a lot of countries already face shortages in the healthcare fields and are actively looking for people with healthcare skills. And now moving on to a special skill of the future, which is being human. We have to realize that AI and humans are good at different things. Of course, a lot of it is going to overlap too, but AI has been built to kind of replicate human thinking and behavior, although that is somewhat changing. But I firmly believe the skills of the future are going to be human skills, where it really makes us human. And I think that's going to be creativity, empathy, humor, storytelling, culture, and much more. AI can of course imitate these because we told them to, but humans have these natural gifts and experience them themselves. But I know it's hard, times are stressful, and in this video I cover more AI jobs and AI certifications to prepare for the next thing. Start preparing now and just be ready. So check that out right there.